Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. It's good to be with you for Thursday, the 3rd day of January, 3rd day of 2019. Off to the races. No signs of slowing down. How are you doing with your New Year's resolution? Did you make one, first of all? Are you sticking with it? I don't know what to tell you as far as ways to stick to a New Year's resolution. Maybe write it down, keep it somewhere where it would be visible, someplace where you would see it. For me, I have like a cabinet above the washer and dryer where I usually will keep things that I need every day, like my glasses or wallet. So if I did have a resolution written down, I could put it right on the inside of that door. What I do have on the inside of that door is a picture that I printed of myself before I started the diet and then after it had been going good for a while. So I can see that every day. So sometimes it's early in the morning and I'm like, who is that guy? Oh my gosh. It's a little scary, but I mean, that's a way that I remind myself. And yesterday was sort of my first full keto day. I don't want to say I've been taking a break. I mean, I've been watching what I've had to eat, certainly, but yesterday I had a steak and asparagus cooked in real butter, and it was fantastic. So keep in mind, I had a steak and asparagus for lunch, and I lost 4.5 pounds. So when people ask me if the diet's hard, I'm like, well, you know what else I had yesterday? I had bacon. So this is the greatest diet ever. Bacon, Starbucks, steak, sign me up. All right, let's get to our first guest, and it's appropriate that Brett Olson, Executive Director of the Muscatine Community Y, is here because, Brett, we have a lot of people that have made the choice to get that Y membership.
To get healthy.
To get healthy. They've been there a couple days so far this week, and I had a Facebook post around a year ago this time, and I said, let's be encouraging of people that are trying to get back into a habit of working out. The last thing we want, because sometimes you'll see things that people will share online that say, I got to avoid the gym for a couple of days because there's all these people with resolutions that are going to be there for a month.
All the newbies.
But that's not fair. Like right. You at the Y, you guys totally love and embrace people coming out for the first time.
We want everybody to come out, and the nice thing is, if you haven't been there for a long time,
right?
It's refreshed, it's new, it's bigger, it's better, and I would put our Y up against any Y in the country.
100%.
It's if you haven't been there for years and you say, well, it was too busy and too packed, the weight room is twice as big. We have more equipment. We have another gym, a flat track. You know, the complaint was always before the bank track, and,
sure.
and now we have a flat track and it's bigger. We got that awesome Kids Adventure Center that Hy-Vee sponsored.
Super cool.
Which is really cool. And so kids are in there all day. My office is on the back side of that. I hear kids in there running and screaming around all day. So I know it gets a lot of use.
Yeah.
But it turned out phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're blessed with the Muscatine community, and they gave us $7 million.
Unbelievable.
That we put into the facility.
Right.
Those are kind of once in a lifetime opportunities for us, and we're just really excited. We hope everybody comes out and tries it out.
The new gym that we're looking at pictures of right now,
sure.
The natural light that comes in when it's sunny is unbelievable. And I'll be there. Here, listen, I'm going to pick up my first grader from school, and then we'll go to the Y at about 3:15 with my 4-year-old. And yes, they'll go to the Kids Adventure Center, but they want to run on the track.
Yeah, kids love to run laps.
It's unbelievable. They're running more than I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take them down on an elliptical. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you know me. I love an elliptical. I'll get on there for 40 minutes and crush it. But watching my 6-year-old and 4-year-old just going around the track, like, yes, they're having fun, but it's also burning that energy for
it's
them.
great. It's great for the kids to run. You'll see lots of people walking. I mean, we have runners, walkers. We probably have more walkers than we do runners.
Absolutely.
A lot of seniors will walk. They love that it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. The natural light is amazing.
So nice.
There's windows everywhere. And we did that on purpose. We didn't want you to feel trapped and dark and dreary. We wanted you to be happy and excited. You can see people playing basketball. It's a cool space.
And that's what I like, too. Like, what I'll do, in case y'all are wondering, I'll get on an elliptical for about 40 minutes, take 3 or 4 laps just walking, or maybe even one sprint around the track, and then I grab a basketball when there's not like the most intense pickleball games going on, which I've seen a couple times. People playing pickleball.
They're intense.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I haven't played pickleball in a long time. I don't think I would be any good. But I love just shooting around. right?
It's a fun.
It's
yeah,
nice.
and you bring up
it's nice
pickleball. I mean, we have pickleball is they play Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings.
Oh my
They
goodness.
play Tuesday nights, Wednesday afternoons, from Sunday afternoons, and it's we'll have a bunch of people playing pickleball.
It's impressive.
It's a cool sport. If you've never played it, it's kind of a combination of tennis, ping pong, and badminton,
Right.
kind of all combined.
It's so fantastic.
Tennis players, as they get a little older, they love it because the court's a little smaller and the ball doesn't
Yeah.
move quite as fast, so they can keep playing with, and keeping active. It's just it's a great sport and a
It
great
really
activity.
is. And you're so right when you talk about people that haven't been to the Y and how great it feels walking in. There is so much more room. Literally, as you enter the Y and get checked in, there's just so much more space. I've been there when it's been very busy and it hasn't felt congested.
Yeah,
We've been able to relieve a lot of that. And I think for some people, and there's some great pictures again,
Yep.
for some people, it's just getting out of their house, getting into the Y, right?
Yeah, it just becomes, you're a perfect example. It needs to become a habit. So
Yep.
in the last year, I don't know how much weight you've lost, but it's a ton, right? It's
100 pounds.
You've made a transformation. Well,
Yep.
you didn't lose that in a week
Right.
or a month.
Correct.
And I think that's what people struggle with sometimes is they want to lose 10 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever the number is, and you can't do that overnight. There's no magic pill.
Sure.
If there was a magic pill, that guy would be rich.
Oh, we'd all be taking it, right?
It has to do with moderation and what you eat, and then it has to do with becoming active.
Yeah.
And you don't have to jump into the deep end and
Correct.
work out for 2 hours a day because that's not sustainable. You got to pick something that's easy to do that you'll do. It has to become a habit. Like brushing your teeth or.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth every day
True.
because it's habit. You take a shower every day. Well, you got to come to the Y and work out. You don't have to come every day, but if you come every other day in moderation, and you just become, you're an elliptical guy.
Oh, I love it. I can't get enough of it. And the best part for me is being 100 pounds lighter. And I'm not taking it easy on the elliptical. I mean, it looks,
You're moving.
It looks like I'm probably fighting it. I don't sweat as much as I used to, which is a weird thing to admit, but I'm not as easily fatigued. So then I have to work out
even harder, yeah.
right? And make the incline more or whatever. So that's what you're saying is true. You get into that habit and all of a sudden you just start to feel there's a great side-by-side picture, right? So
Yeah, it's amazing. And you
proof
think
positive.
about how does your back feel or your knees feel?
way better.
Right?
Yeah, 100 times better. Yeah.
So
I mean, the fact that I've ran around the track, that's something that I would never have thought of doing just because of that impact, right, as a bigger person.
Sure.
But having that weight off, I can sprint around the track a couple times, and I'm a little winded, but I don't feel that impact.
we
of
could
each
make you the
step.
poster child for the Y. I suppose
Yeah,
if Jim
I'm
would
available.
loan you out, we could put you on our marketing pieces.
Yeah.
And
It's not a loan. It's just what's the check look like? I got 3 kids, Brad. I mean, I'm happy to do whatever. I got to buy diapers. What do you need me to do? I'm
you
in.
need food.
You want to make a statue of me?
We
Listen.
could put you right. We probably should
Yeah.
just mark one elliptical for just you.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see. The worst thing that you guys could do is have a deal where you sell some of the old ellipticals and then I buy one, because then I don't want to ever buy an elliptical because I love the Y. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
You wanna
I don't
keep
want to
coming.
hurt your business.
Yeah.
So I'm never. But if you want to give me a little nameplate, Tony
Put it
Tone
right
has
on there.
sweat here. I mean, people would go crazy for that, I think.
Yeah.
So I saw something on Facebook, Muscatine Community Y on Facebook. Next week, Brett, there's an opportunity for folks, again, that maybe they go to the Y. Like I have tunnel vision sometimes, whether I'm with the kids or myself. We're kind of running the track at the Kids Adventure Center. I'm on the elliptical. We're doing swimming. Even I sometimes forget that there's so many classes, programs available. Next week is
Sure.
kind of an opportunity for folks to try things out.
Yeah,
right?
so next week we call it Demo Week.
Sure.
You can go online and see all of our classes. Certainly in the Voice of Muscatine, we always put that program guide out 3 times a year. But basically next week it's for members and non-members. And for members, they can try any class. It's free. There's only a handful of classes that you pay a fee for, but you can try those out for free. And then any class that you've never taken, try it out too. If you're a non-member, you can try any class for free. If you come to the Y, just bring a photo ID so we know who you are to get you checked in. And that's a great way to test it out and go, okay, is this class for me? Do I like it? Is it the right intensity? Is it the right level? Whether it's yoga or it's a cycling class or kickboxing or Pilates, there's so many options.
Sure.
If you want to be in the pool, we've got a ton of aquatic classes, arthritis type classes for seniors. Those are always full. There's so many chances for you to take advantage of and enjoy what we have to offer.
I tell you what, the indoor cycling, I mean, that used to be your cardio space, right? I
Yep,
mean, that's
your elliptical used to be in there, yeah.
And now there's all of these state-of-the-art bikes, and that's one spot that I haven't. I'm not going to say that I'm intimidated by it. I'll try everything, but when I walk past there, I'm just so impressed with how great it looks.
The room turned out awesome. So they used to be basically
cool.
in a closet across the hall.
Right.
We had 13 bikes in there, and now we moved over. We have 20 bikes. The look of the feel of the room is so much better. I'm excited to see kind of, usually in January in the past, you had to mark your bike a half hour before class.
Yes,
it would
absolutely.
Be full.
Yep.
Well, now we have 20 bikes. I still think in January we'll fill up. But you got a little elbow room.
Yep.
You got the great sound system in there. You got the great lights, the great fans. That's a cool class. It's probably our most popular class. And it's great because you can be an elite athlete and work your tail off, and you can be a beginner, and the instructor will guide you through it, but you can really go at your pace. So you don't all have to be on the same level. But those guys and gals come out of there and they're sweating up a storm.
Oh my
They've
gosh.
worked off it, they're working hard.
I feel like for somebody that is looking for a challenge, that's definitely a great option. But then also like a good sense of community.
Yeah,
people
that's
that are participating in that. I mean, you're all sort of, I don't want to say it's a shared suffering experience because it's good for you, but it is that shared experience.
But
right?
it's quite the camaraderie. I mean, those people that's their group.
Yeah.
They come with the same people over
Yep.
and over to work out. You see that a lot. Most gals come with a friend to work out. They have a partner.
Sure. Yeah.
Some guys do, but most gals do. It's just an accountability thing. But in that spin class, if you don't show up, somebody's going to be calling you.
Oh, 100%.
Wondering where you were.
Right. Why would you miss it? I mean, but that's what's so helpful. I think for a lot of us, it's, my thing is like getting there, and then I'm an earbuds guy. I'm a very social person, obviously. I love talking to people, but if I'm at the Y, I'm going to take care of business.
You're zoned in, yeah.
Right. Zoned in is a great way to describe it. But for a lot of folks, they need that other person to be there.
Yeah, it's that accountability piece.
Like you said. Yeah.
Somebody that makes sure they show up.
Yep.
You see that a lot in the morning. This time of the day when a lot of folks are working, we have a lot of the seniors that show up.
Sure.
Seniors all come and it's 50% socialization and it's 50% exercising. And the socialization piece is huge.
Oh,
getting out
so
and about
impressive.
and talking to their friends and neighbors.
Yep.
It's a great place to be.
These pictures are something else. We're talking about people working hard, having fun, challenging each other, and that's exactly what. Look at all the smiling faces, though, right?
Those are some great pictures of the cycling room. So at Christmas time, they did some funny contest with gingerbread cookies as they were riding on the bike and trying to eat them. I think they had a little too much fun, but
here's the thing: you can eat
great.
a gingerbread cookie because you're going to burn it off in about 2 seconds on one of those bikes.
That's an intense workout.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So the thing is, like, when you pick up the guide, I mean, you brought one with you. It literally has everything in there. So whether you have kids or grandkids, nieces or nephews that you're looking to get involved in things, or if it's for yourself, certainly for people, Brett, that are new to town. I mean, this is, again, one of the things that keeps people in Muscatine and brings people to Muscatine is the why. So when you're able to pick up, the winter spring program guide, this is something that I feel like we need to get into the hands of everybody that's
that's
Muscatine.
kind of our Bible of the why. It tells you everything you need to know. It comes out 3 times a year, so this one is brand new because it's the January issue. If you need to know something about the why, it's in this book. Certainly call, stop out, we'll be glad to talk to you. But you can go online and find this, and it has everything you want to know. I think if you just come out and check it out, you'll be shocked at how impressive our facility is.
And it's, again, it was a labor of love to get to where we're at. So one of the things that I had written down was, do you feel like you're at a resting heart rate? Have you been able to now enjoy how great? I mean, certainly the Y has been looking good for. I mean, how long has it been? It's been 6-7 months since.
Yeah, when we're all done in the
complete.
summer. Yep.
Okay.
So about 6-7 months. Yep.
So, but do you feel now like, okay, we've accomplished all of this? You can kind of relax a little bit because you had so much construction going on, and different locations for offices and programs. I know that can be stressful. So for your team that's there, I mean, everybody's got to be so relieved, right?
I think there's a sense of relief, but it's almost like, now we're already starting on how do we maximize this space and make. And so as much as I thought I would catch my breath come June or July, it's still been such a crazy busy year.
Yeah.
And I gave a tour to a guy that he was the CEO here in town and highly successful, and he asked me the same thing, and he said, you can't rest on this. You got to keep moving. What's the next project? What's the next thing you're going to do? And he's right.
Yeah, it's wild,
It's kind of like, you got to start looking, what are you going to do in the next 5 years and the next 10 years to make this even better?
Wow. I guess the good news is you still have a lot of land, right?
Yeah, I go back to when people built that, we opened in 91.
Sure.
The powers that be back in the day were geniuses in the sense that we weren't landlocked.
Right.
When they were downtown, they were obviously landlocked,
Yep.
and parking was an issue. We have all that land out back. We have that great walking trail. We're set up to expand again someday down the road, or change and reconfigure. We're not stuck. I love our location. We're halfway between the two middle schools. We do so much programming for middle school kids.
Yep.
Middle school is a tough time of folks' life, and we want them to have a safe place to be. And so that helps. Those guys and gals can walk to the Y every day. We're just down the street from the high school.
Yeah, and people that still don't know how to yield at the roundabout, we're working on that.
That's a challenge
as a community. But I mean, just even like that innovation with the roundabout, there's probably even more traffic.
Yeah, I mean Cedar Street is packed.
It's hopping.
You've got all those, all these apartments across the street with lots of kids living over there, and
Yep.
they come over every day. I get the high school kids. It's right in the center of town. There's no excuse to not. Everybody can get there in less than 10 minutes. It's Muscatine.
Right. That's what. Let me tell you. When I talk to people about Muscatine, it's one of the top things on my list is the fact that I can get to where I need to go from my house to my job in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even speeding. Right. I mean, it's really a convenience factor. As you were talking about what the next 5 years looks like, I was trying to think. I'm like, what else could we do to that place? I don't even know. What are you going to have, a triple-decker pool? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly we want more people to be attracted to coming to Muscatine. The thing that we always try to work on is the couple thousand people that will drive here for work and then split to go home to Quad Cities or Iowa City. That's something that we always, as a
and we
community
think
are
we
trying to
play
get
a
better.
big part of that because
Yes,
we think we're a draw for the community.
Yep.
Because it's
Yep.
a safe place for kids, great activities, a great place to work out, great programs for families. And then, of course, I talk about it all the time. Our Y is so unique that we have Special Olympics and Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes.
I don't know of
It's the
another
best.
Y in the country that has both programs. And they're YMCA employees. We don't just rent them a little corner. Actually, those two
They have the
programs,
best offices
they have
in
the
your
best
building.
offices in the building.
Outside of that conference room,
Yeah.
and the spot for the middle school students, I mean,
They
Big
are
Brothers,
front and
Big
center.
Sisters,
They got the
right
best
there.
windows, the most space.
Your office, you're hearing the kids in the Adventure Center maybe don't even have a window.
I don't have a window.
You don't have a window.
I
You're the-
downgraded. I used to have a window. I gave it up, but
So the guy at the top says, I'll take the noisy back office by the kid spot. But right, I mean, little things, and it's not little, I don't mean it like that, but being able to have the Vetter Holiday Classic basketball tournament back.
yeah, it's a
for
great
Special Olympics.
Great tournament.
Just to have the space to do that and to support those programs, and they've only flourished,
Yeah.
right?
Because both
So
of those
wonderful.
are, being at the Y is huge, and I don't think everybody understands, but they don't worry about heating and cooling and the
Correct.
copy machine and those kind of supplies. They just focus on their programming. Now, they still have to go out and raise their own money and pay for things, but that money goes back into what they're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
And they both do great work in Muscatine. They're both the envy of their cohorts across the state because they've got such a great situation, and they're both great at what they do. But you think about all the lives that Jason's program or Lindsay's program impact. It's amazing what they touch in Muscatine.
It's powerful. Lindsay's going to be here next Monday to talk about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Jason's coming up a couple times with the annual Special Olympics basketball game versus the firefighters and the police department. So yeah, I mean, that's just it, right? I think, again, the why, it's like Hy-Vee, right? Some people come here, they've got their list, and they may not even notice that there's a Starbucks or a restaurant or whatever, right? I mean, you just kind of get in and get out. And I think for people that use the Y in that regard, that's fine. Like the Y now has the ability to be something for everyone. So, I love that I'm able to go there. If I'm by myself, I can get in and get out. If I have the kids, they can do what they need to do. Maybe they go to Y Play, or maybe they're taking a class or getting signed up for an activity. And then I have friends of mine that are like, you need to come to boot camp. And I'm like, that sounds
Intense.
I don't know if I'm ready for a boot camp. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just such a great
There's such a
community
wide
spot.
range of options. It's a great place to be.
And as I sit here and I flip through the guide, I'm just reminding myself, I'm like, there's so many different things even just like what a great example talking about aquatics, right? We've got this fantastic pool. There's people that are jumping in, swimming laps, and then there's people that are hanging out in the family pool. I had the boys there one Sunday mid-morning, and there was a group of gals playing volleyball essentially
Sure,
with the beach
ball. Yeah,
it was a blast.
yeah, they're having a great time.
But the thing is, they're working out.
Yeah, you get a good workout without realizing.
You
because
get
you're
in the
having fun.
water, and all of a sudden, it's when you get out of the pool, you feel like, what did I just do? Oh my gosh! And let me tell you, chasing after a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old in the water, best workout. One of the best workouts that I can have. I just need to figure out the next time what I need to keep reminding myself, because I love the hot tub. So I think the best compliment to a gross, sweaty elliptical workout is jumping in the hot tub, sweating it out even more.
The hot tub gets a lot of use.
Oh,
a lot of use.
It's just it's a great place to be for sure. And I say this, it's one thing to have a resource like the Y and all these big companies in town. The fact that, Brett, a lot of people that are working at these corporations, I think about H&I, Hahn, Allsteel, where they're willing to pay part of your membership. I mean, I hope that y'all know that. Like, ask your employer. You might not even be aware that's. I mean, I think they do a pretty good job.
They do, and it's and I try to tell the H&I kind of leadership folks and the Kent Corp folks how appreciative we are that our rates are really low if you compare us across the state. Mm-hmm. We're very affordable. I know not everybody agrees with me, but
sure,
in comparison, we're really good. And then if you work at one of those two places, they pay half.
Unbelievable.
For the employee that's coming out of your weekly paycheck, you don't even notice it.
As somebody that worked at Hahn for just 6 months, took advantage of it, didn't even feel it.
You wouldn't know it. It would be cheaper than your Starbucks coffee.
All right, Brett. Now let's not get ridiculous here. This Starbucks was $1.50. It was $3, but no. And the rate's right on the screen, of course. I think so. What do we have? We've got the family annual. So we're at $56 a month. The thing is, I hope people understand, if you got an adult membership and you want to knock it out with that $384 in one shot and not have to worry, right?
Yep.
You're totally cool with people paying
pay it
for
all.
A year.
Yeah.
That's
and
fine.
Most people pay monthly because it's just simple and easy and it comes right out of their account. But it's simple, and we encourage you to come and try it out and sign up, and I think you'll love it.
No, I know that they will. I mean, it's such a cool place to be. And again, I hope that y'all will come out for the demo week next week and just try all the different classes that are available. I mean, I think for a lot of us, it's like, not to say that people aren't still active, but maybe it's in a different way. But then all of a sudden you realize, I haven't played basketball in a while, or I haven't swam in a while, or gotten on a bicycle, and there's a group of people that are doing it. Everybody's very welcoming. Yeah. The last thing that our Y is intimidating.
And I think that comes, what some people think is, okay, I'm nervous, I'm new, I don't want to come out there because everybody's going to be 25 and ripped. You take a guy like Chad who works out all the time and as fit as can be. Mm-hmm. Well, he's in the minority out there. So most people are just regular folks. I have a lot of unfit people that are trying to get fit.
Right, absolutely.
So you won't be intimidated thinking that everybody is just buffed and unbelievable. They're not all 25.
Nobody's throwing weight around, right? I mean, there are people there that are ripped that I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like that's Betsy. She's just squatting 500 pounds.
Sure.
But you're not hearing the audible. It's not a stereotypical gym,
we have,
right?
We have young kids, we have seniors, I have people in their 90s that come out.
That's so great.
We have every angle. So try it out, and I think you'll love it. There's some pictures there. We got great windows down there. We've got cool TVs down there that can distract you. You can listen on your smartphone. You can download a free app and listen to the TVs. It's just great fans. There's good circulation. I mean, it's a fun place to be.
And again, I've been to the Y when it's been quote unquote busy. There was always an elliptical open. There was always a treadmill open. I mean, for people, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, you get into the Quad Cities where I spent a lot of time, and you would go to a Y or a gym, and it's packed to the gills. And there's nowhere to go.
No options.
So I think that's such
we added
benefit.
a lot of equipment. So when we expanded, obviously we got more space, but we added more treadmills, we added more weight machines, and we did that and stretched everything out so that, come Monday night when it's just packed in there, that it stresses it out a little less.
I also think there's these sweet spots of time when you can get in there. Like I said today, when I pick up my first grader, and then we slide over 315, 320. It's nice and quiet,
Yeah.
but right, because it's not till that really after work crowd when it kind of ramps up. And at the same time, I've been in the Y, around 6:45, 7:15, and you're kind of on that back side of the rush. And I'm not saying that I don't like going when there's a lot of people there. I'm just saying, like, I also think people pay attention like that.
You can pick your spots that,
Yes,
you get that big
exactly.
rush at 5 a.m.
Yep.
and then it kind of dies down as everybody goes to work, and then all the kind of the senior citizens roll in.
Yep.
And then it dies down, then they get the lunch crowd, and then of course it dies down again, and then you get all the kids,
Yep.
and then everybody after work. And
Look
then
at that full room right there. That is so cool, right?
Yeah, that's
Indoor
a neat,
cycling.
neat cycling facility.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just so
it's
fun
impressive.
to see how far things have come, and look at the lighting in that. The gym is so awesome, and yeah, the kids' adventure. I mean, it's just a great space.
Yeah,
the fact.
everything turned out better than we thought.
Yeah,
and so
I mean,
that was
just
impressive.
Like the little things you guys thought about though with that adventure center, like there's bathrooms in there.
Yeah, and they're little
the
kid bathrooms.
world's smallest toilets. You feel like Uncle Buck for a moment if you're. I haven't Uncle Buck did. I just gone out to the hallway, but it's just it's a nice touch, right?
Yeah, and I like
it's
that
one thing-
adventure center because you can always see your kid.
Yep,
So, I'm an
absolutely.
overprotective parent, so when my
Sure.
kids were little, I wanted to be able to see them in there. I
Yep.
didn't want to lose them in
Yep.
the activities.
It also makes it a bigger challenge for them to act up because you're like, I can still see
I
you.
can see you.
No, you can't. Oh, like that's my 6 and 4-year-old. I'm like, stop fighting with each other. I'm looking right at you.
Yeah. We love that
Right?
space because before, if your kid was 3 or 4 or 5, they
Sure.
can only shoot baskets for so long.
Exactly.
But they can
Yep.
go in there for hours
it's
and
so
run around
great.
with their buddies.
Yeah, no, it's really just been wonderful, and Y play just another added wrinkle to that. Like,
It's a great option for parents. So
my
you want
gosh.
to drop your boys off and you want to go work out, and they have a safe place to play.
and they have fun. That's just it. Maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, they wanted to go to the Y. They wanted to run. We got into the door, and they were like, "Where are we going?" And I was like, "Well, you want to go run?" They're like, "No, we want to go to Y play." And I was like, "Oh, sweet!" And I just happened to be dressed appropriately to where I dropped them off. 35 minutes on the elliptical, came back and got them. And guess what? They didn't want to leave.
Yeah, and that's just part of your membership.
That's right. It's
So
the
we'll
best.
watch your kids for free.
Nobody else
Heck
can do
of a
that
deal.
for you.
Heck of a
it is-
deal.
It's really just a great space, and that teen center. It's so nice seeing that when you walk in. It's always in use.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Oh my gosh.
We have a lot of teens that want to be there. We have some kids that don't have a safe place to be too,
Sure.
so they need to be there.
Yeah, and I think what's so great is to have seen, and I've even experienced this 6 years in town now, is young people that I would see at the Y that then got that part-time job and then maybe have advanced.
Yep.
So I know for you,
We've hired a lot of,
Right.
Amy has a passion for helping out kids and making them grow and mature, and then a lot of times those folks that she hires later in life were her teens.
so it's encouraging.
They grew up in
you
the
know?
Y, they were Y kids, and she picks them up and.
Well, you have a positive experience, and if you're able to pass that on to somebody, I imagine that's a great experience for someone that's working part-time or full-time that was a Y kid themselves, to be able to say, hey, I kind of know what you're going through.
Yep,
and
they're
this is such a
invested,
great yes,
they
they are.
bought in.
That's a good way to describe it. All right, at this point, listen, New Year's is here. We're 3 days in. If you have a resolution, stick to it. If you're looking for a shot in the arm to be able to do it, you've got quite the resource for you. 1823 Logan Street. I mean, if it's been a while since you've been at the Y, there's no better time to come back.
Come check it out. You'll be
Yeah,
shocked.
And it's such an small thing was there the other day. They're like, hey, your picture didn't transfer over. I was so excited to take a new picture. Are you kidding me? I was like, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's upgrade.
I can't even imagine that picture was 6 years old at this point. I didn't even want to see it. They're like, you want to see it? I don't want to see it. I know it looks better already, right? So consider reaching out. Visit mustteencommunityy.org, Must Teen Community Y on social media for sure. And what I would tell you is just get to the Y. Delmer's at the Y all the time. He's in there doing some he can't even spell Y, ladies and gentlemen. 5 A to 9 P Monday through Friday, 5 to 5 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. It is the place to be in town for sure. And Brett, I appreciate the time. You're always welcome back on, and just keep it up, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's so good to see you.
You're the poster child for coming on out and getting fit.
I'm trying.
awesome.
Imagine this on a poster. What would that do
You know.
for memberships? I don't know.
Chad's the guy. He's there all the time, but
Yeah, talk about somebody that needs his own, treadmill.
Yeah.
Come on now. What are we doing here?
that guy, he costs me a lot of money. He uses the facilities a lot.
was
He's an
gonna
expensive member.
Right, you're making a little bit of money on my family. Chad's there
Chad's
every
costing
day.
me. He's costing me.
Well, he said he's always willing to pay more. You just got to ask him. Right?
All right,
That's all he
we'll
said.
double his price. We're
But
on it.
that's
We're
a
on
good
it.
deal right there. Double your dollars. All right, let's go CVI Bank and Trust aisle cam or cart cam, whatever we've got ready to rock. There we go. Oh, great. The aisle. Look at what they're doing to me, this aisle cam in the bakery. I don't even know what that item is. It apparently looks like some type of bakery taco. Oh my goodness, what is that? It looks like a pita with frosting, but I'm assuming it's like a cake thing, right? I don't even want to see it up close. That picture is fine. Listen, the bakery here, talk about making things every day with your hands. That's what they're doing. Jake and the crew, working hard every single day. I do see some angel food cake in the background, a little bit of a lighter dessert option for you if you're looking for something. When was the last time you had an angel food cake? I bet it's been a while. All right, let's get the cart cam because today, speaking of the bakery, today is chocolate-covered cherry day. I don't know if you're going to have any chocolate-covered cherries. Maybe that's something you'll save for Valentine's Day. I'm not a big fan of cherries. The work of having to get the pit out of the cherry, thank you, buddy. Like, I'm sure that, cherries are good for you. Sometimes they get, you get a pit in there and you're like, what am I doing? I got to do that move. I got to get the pit out. Like, that's too much work. I don't want my fruit or vegetable to be a lot of work. That's all I'm saying. In addition to that, it's National Fruit Cake Toss Day. And Cody is going to show us some drinking straws because, ladies and gentlemen, and this is as random as it gets, but I found it on the internet. As a matter of fact, if you Google today is National What Day, there is a website that has a calendar that shows you what happens on a daily basis. So today is National Drinking Straw Day. There are some places here in America where we are trying to get rid of drinking straws. Matter of fact, there was just a video that went viral yesterday of someone getting into a fight because they were at a place that's not giving out. Don't Google it. It's bad. We can't show it. But, paper drinking straws are a thing, and we'll see if Cody is able to locate some straws. I think he's found some right there. Look at that. Hanging on that strip. Boom. Here at Hy-Vee, we've got your normal straws, your silly straws, straw that spells your name. Betsy, have you ever had one of those? I think I had. Look at that one. That's a silly one, right? I'll tell you what, you give a straw like that to a kid, and they are so happy for about 6 minutes, and then they're on to the next thing. Like, if I brought that pack of straws home, my kids would think that is the coolest thing ever, and then they would just be back to fighting each other or what have you. So will you be celebrating National Drinking Straw Day, perhaps? Is he finding more? He's finding a little chicken broth. There we go. And someone picking up some beverage. There's some more. Look at that. 125 flexible straws. Wow. No joke there. That's great. Tiffany, do we have the paper straws at Starbucks? No? Not yet. All right. We'll have those soon, though. It's National Drinking Straw Day. Yeah, all day long. Cody is just killing it with the straw game. Look at this. He keeps finding all of the drinking straws. He's going to have to put all of those back. Blindfolded. That's what we're going to make him do. All right, very good. So National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day, Drinking Straw Day, and Fruit Cake Toss. I can't tell you the last time I had fruit cake. I don't know if this is a deal where people buy fruit cake and then throw it at each other. It's on my list, so it's got to be legitimate, right? It came from the internet, so it has to be true. And yeah, as Brett was saying, I'm telling you, I love the Y. It's so weird to think about how the Y used to look. Like, they changed the entrance. I mean, it's great. It's great. And not that the Y before the renovations wasn't great, but it's so wonderful now. I hope that you'll go check it out. All right, couple things I want to mention before we get close to wrapping up here. Fuel Saver Flyer, right? So you walk into the store here at Hy-Vee. I know that I mentioned this yesterday, but I do think it's important. Each week, there's a new flyer available on Wednesday mornings. I know today is Thursday. You walk into the store, you grab the flyer, check out those deals. There's a lot of good savings on there. And then if you're a fuel saver person, like, let's just do the math on this right here. So just those 3 items out of the gate: chicken breasts, egg rolls, crab rangoon, or a bottle of wine. So that is 30 cents, right? So there's 30 cents on your fuel saver. Scroll down a little bit, Brozilla. So you go see Del Martini and you get some sliced turkey, 5 cents. Skinny Pop popcorn, 5 cents. There's 10, 15 cents on the bread loaves, right? There's 25 more cents. We're at 55 cents just on the first page of the Fuel Saver Flyer. And I ain't even good at math. I'm actually going to write myself a note to remember that we're at 55 cents. So now we go to the back side of that flyer and we do some more math. Speaking of Del Martini, those Hawaiian slider sandwiches, those are on the Hawaiian bread. Very good, by the way, from someone that hasn't had a lot of carbs. That's a good little sandwich because the Hawaiian rolls are sweet. They're fantastic. So 5 cents there, 5 cents on the White Claw hard seltzer, 5 cents on the Walden Farms sugar-free pancake syrup, so you're at 15 cents. How about some Dole celery, 2-cent fuel saver if you're trying to be healthy, the 6 mix with a 5-cent fuel saver, so we're at 7, that's 22 cents, and then some more bakery goodies at the bottom, talking some brownies. So you're at 32 cents for that side. So we do some quick math, ladies and gentlemen. That fuel saver flyer, if you bought everything that's on it, 87 cents off per gallon. And if you took the current price of gas at $1.95 and subtracted 87 cents, you'll be paying prices that you probably haven't seen since maybe 5-10 years. I remember being in high school and paying 99 cents a gallon. That was the lowest price that I can recall before things kind of changed. So enjoy it while it lasts, $1.95 a gallon. I'm not here to tell you that I'm not going to scare you into thinking the gas prices are going up, but it just seems like inevitably it's going to happen again. Doesn't have to when you shop at Hy-Vee and you get that fuel saver working for you. So we continue speaking of New Year's and resolutions and being healthy. Back page of the Voice of Muscatine newspaper, we've got a fun half-page ad all about the health market with, again, more fuel savers and great deals. Barb Paul is rocking it at the health market. I'll tell you what, doing a really good job. And this is what it's all about, right? We've got so many fun options, from wraps that are lower in carbs and calories to vitamins and Boom Chicka Pop Trail Mix. The vitamin aisle looks incredible. The RX bars are super cool. I love those RX bars. Zoom in on those, Ryan. The RX bars, I know it might be a little pixelated, but look at that. It lists the ingredients on it. So that's all it is. 5 egg whites, 6 almonds, 7 blueberries, 2 dates, and no BS. So I'm glad that they've removed all the BS from the RX bars. They had a little bit of a problem for a while there. But no, it's nice. Like, they're not hiding anything, right? Sometimes you look at the ingredients on something and you go, what? There's 700 ingredients on an item. A lot of the health market stuff, just a couple. So very cool. So many fun options for you. And of course, you can always take a guided tour throughout the entire store, not just the health market. You call, you ask for Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Zigament, 264-2420. She'll walk you through the entire store. If you're looking for maybe healthier carbs or grains or substitution ideas, maybe you're trying to add more fruits, veggies to your diet, fiber, but you're not sure where to find it, let Kara do it. It's free to do this, no charge. And then if you scroll up again, Ryan, we'll just take a little peek at that vitamin aisle at the top part of that ad. There's more pictures online, but just gives you an idea. Most amount of vitamins in town: whole body health, heart rate, metabolism, brain, digestive, men, women, kids vitamins. It's all there for you at the health market. I'm very happy with how that turned out. We continue talking about the fuel saver, and tomorrow, that would be Friday the 4th, right? And then Saturday the 5th, 2 days with another opportunity for you to come in, buy the things you need for your family. School's back. Wasn't me. School's back. First day of school after winter break is today, January 3rd. Maybe the cupboard's a little bare if you want to wait till tomorrow and Saturday to come in, because you can get that big old fuel saver, 25 cents with every 50 bucks you spend. Pretty good deal. And it adds up. So again, price of gas doesn't have to be what you see it advertised as. You can control it. 2 days only. The more you spend, the more you save. Spend 50, get 25 cents. And we do some math for you at the bottom. So, maybe you're like, I don't know how that works. Well, look at it this way. You spend $100, 50 cents. Spend 150 bucks, 75 cents. Spend $200, $1 off per gallon, right? So you could theoretically pay 95 cents a gallon, but it'll be lower than that because there are thousands of items inside this store that already have a fuel saver on them, all geared to save you money. And don't forget that Hy-Vee customers from October, November to December, $190,000 saved on gas. That's what was redeemed. $190,000. It's a lot. Look at that. $190,000. So every time you see a picture of a receipt on social media and somebody's spending a few pennies, $1 or $2 to fill up their vehicle up to 20 gallons of gas, it is legit. And I would encourage you to use your fuel saver at Hy-Vee Gas and pay inside, because if you do, they put 5 cents. If you pump more than 10 gallons of gas, 10 gallons or more, they give you a 5-cent fuel saver. So I always pay inside. Plus, I get a scratch-off lottery ticket. New Year's resolution, not to do so many scratch-offs. It's my one vice, all right? I don't have a lot of vices. I just want to be the guy that you see on the Iowa Lottery Instagram like this with the novelty check. Here's Tony Lokensoll from Muscatine who won $45,000 or $60,000 on a scratch-off. I promise if I ever get to hold a check, I will have an obnoxious smile, like, and then I will change my phone number because y'all ain't trying to borrow money. Why can't it be somebody that we know? I'm not trying to say I need to win the Mega Millions or Powerball. Just let me hold the novelty check. Huh? We've had a couple people in the area, by the way. A lady in Wilton won $100,000 on a scratcher, and then a lady in Muscatine won $100,000 on a scratcher. It's like $76,000 after taxes. Not that I've done the math. Just once. Why can't it be me? Huh? Look at this check. Can I keep the check? No. That would be the trade-off for me. I want the check. They'd be like, sir, it's just a dry erase board. I don't care. I want the check. All right. Tonight, steak dinner ready to go. Kim Beckman and the crew each and every Thursday from now through March. We talked about this at the start of the show. You don't have to do the cooking. I caught that. We'll have steak ready for you. Tonight it is choice sirloin. Steak dinner ready to go. 4 till 7, 8-ounce steak, $8. 12 ounces, $12. Includes a baked potato and your choice of vegetable. If you're trying to cut some carbs, do a double veggie. I would say get 2 steaks. I mean, why not? Get dinner and then have lunch for tomorrow for $16 if you want 8 ounce. You can't really beat that. 12-ounce steak for $12. You're paying $1 an ounce. It's going to be worth your time. And we're doing this every Thursday, 4 till 7, Thursday night steak dinner at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. 2 more things, and then we'll split. Bingo, save the date, January 14th. Bingo, 6 o'clock. A lot of people. We've had upwards of 75 people playing bingo in the Market Grill Express. It's cold. There's not a lot happening in the winter. Come play bingo with us. Jody will be there, 6 o'clock. Half-price appetizers, cheap drinks, and a good time. Each bingo game that you win, you get a $5 Hy-Vee gift card. So that's fun. And bring the family, totally family-friendly, and a good time. Maybe you're not a bingo player, but you love the Game of Thrones television show. You can't get enough Game of Thrones. The new season, by the way, looks like it's coming out in April on HBO. Well, here's Game of Thrones trivia. Boom! January 21st. Tyrion, is that how you say it? Tyrion Lannister? None of us have watched Game of Thrones. We are so boring on this show. We need to watch all of the Game of Thrones. My wife will correct me if I say any of the names wrong. Trivia night, Monday, January 21st, 6 till 8. Free to play. A team can be 2 to 12 people. I would RSVP now. I anticipate at least 50 to 80 people playing trivia for Game of Thrones Trivia night. 563-264-2420. And hoping to have some tchotchkes, if you will. I don't like the word swag when people say like game or swagalicious. I don't like that either. Game of Thrones swag. I'm just like tchotchkes. Like maybe, I don't know, party favors. That's a better one. Game of Thrones party favors. Everybody gets a sword. What if I ordered a bunch of swords? That's probably not a good idea. Are there swords on all the tables? Uh-huh. Did you spend the marketing budget on swords? I did. I had a blacksmith making the swords. That's something I wanted to try once in my life, is forge a sword, right? I could do it. Probably would be pretty good at it with all these muscles. Chief sword maker, right, Delmer? Okay, all right. Well, that's it for today. Thanks to our pal Brett Olson with the Muscatine Community Y for taking the time to be here. Welcome to the Y. New Year's resolution, you can do it with the help of the Y. Yes. It's a good place to be. Whether it's you, your family, someone you know, you could give the gift of a membership for a birthday or a late Christmas present. If you're trying to stick to a New Year's resolution to get healthy, the Muscatine Community Y, that's where I recommend you go, 100%, and appreciate Brett's time, and we thank him for that. Tomorrow, we've got 2 guests on this here show. It'll be Friday. And we'll look forward to kicking off the weekend with all of y'all. I want to remind you, replays of Hy-Vee today happen at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. on Muscatine Power and Water Channel 5. Thanks to Remax, you can watch this show on cable. We're there for you, and several times throughout the course of the weekend, you can check it out, and I hope that you'll do that. Also, every single episode of this show is accessible to you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter for the most part. You can find them all there. If you have an Apple TV or a Roku streaming device at home, you can watch Hy-Vee Today pretty much wherever you would like, right? On the go, at home, on cable, we're there for you. And please send me those guest suggestions. I am booking out through the end of February. We're filling a lot of dates. Hy-Vee@gmail.com. Is Delmer juggling fire or something? What's going on? There's a big hubbub. He must be doing something. Is he doing something cool over there? Are you doing something over there? They're all distracted, and I wonder what's happening. We never know what you're doing over there.
Neither do I.
Okay, that's good. Jeez Louise, I was like, is he juggling ham salad or something? What's happening? There's a whole bunch of conversating, and I'm like, I don't want to miss out. If I get hit with a cheese curd, I want to know what's coming my way or something. Got to keep an eye on that Delmer. He a rascal. All right. Listen, thank you for watching Hy-Vee Today. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. We appreciate it. Look at that, everybody. Speedy delivery. Now, those are the Ellsworth famous cheese curds direct from Ellsworth, Wisconsin. And we know they're good. Oh, these are garlic, Delmer. I'm a vampire. I don't know if I can have these. Wow. Emerald would love these. Garlic. All right, I'm going to stop talking with my mouth full. That's a big cheese curd. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on Hy-Vee Today. I'm going to have great breath all day now. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.